Hey, fourth grade. Today our art project is all about illustrated words. When we made our Faith Ringgold quilt squares, we talked all about illustrations. Illustrations is a big word for the pictures of a book or showing what something is through images. We're going to do that, but we're going to choose a word, any word, and illustrate it. That just means we're going to use different elements of drawing to have that word show what it really is. For example, my teacher example today is all about apples, just like this guy. We know an apple is round, we know that there's normally a stem, and we know that we usually eat it. So when I started thinking about how I can show an apple, I wrote my word originally in the center, and you'll do this too when you brainstorm today. Write your name in the center, and then I think, okay, how can I show what an apple is using the word? My first one, I drew an apple and I wrote apple in all capital letters in the center. I also showed that there was a bite out of it, so you know we eat apples. Then I kind of transformed that idea by using block letters in the shape of an apple. I did a capital A, P, P, L, E, but I made sure I drew it like an apple. I really like this one. But today we're making 4 examples of the word you choose. So not only do I have my 1 and my 2, but I had to make 2 other ones. My 1 over here might be hard to see, but I drew mini apples in the form of letters. Little apples that create a capital A, P, P, L, E. Towards the end they kind of look like cupcakes, but that's okay. I don't like this one too much, but I did still have to make it because we have to have 4 examples of our illustrated word. On this side of my paper, I did something simpler. I just made 5 apples, and I spelled out apple on it, having my last one have a little bite out of it. You're going to choose which of your brainstormed illustrated words you like the best. And when you choose one, I'm going to choose this one, you're going to grab a piece of paper, and you can use any coloring supplies for this today, 4th grade. You're going to make it nice and big. You're going to make sure you use the whole entire space of your paper, using a pencil to draw it first, and then any coloring supplies you have available. For example, I like this one that I drew. I really like how I have the shape of an apple, but I still wrote apple in the center. Let me show you how I did that. When I take my paper, I lightly with my pencil draw an apple. Apples are kind of strange. They're not a circle. They have 2 kind of lumps on the top and 2 smaller lumps on the bottom. They also have a stem. So I drew a stem. I'm going to draw a leaf. Remember, this is my teacher example. You guys are going to choose whatever you like. But if you like the way that I drew a shape and I wrote my word inside of it, keep on watching because you can do this with a lot of different things, different animals, different types of food. If you draw it first lightly and then make big block letters that kind of can form inside of it. So I did a huge A. I'm going to do the P, and because I needed to fit in here, it's okay if they kind of overlap. My L is going to fit over here, and then my E. And I'm going to add those 2 circles on my P. So now I drew my illustrated word. I need to think of a background. Maybe I'm going to make it on the ground of an apple tree by just putting some grass down here. I think also what would look nice is a bite mark. So I add a little bite mark over here. I'm going to use my eraser to make sure I'm still thinking of how it would look realistic by erasing that part. 4th grade, for this project today, we're doing 1 project today. That means that this is a one and done. You're going to plan out by choosing 1 word, choose 4 different examples of how you can illustrate this word. When you pick the best one, make it on a nice big piece of paper, color it as any way you want. I might use markers and crayons because I have them right in front of me. You can use colored pencils, paint, anything you have around you. and then take a picture and upload it to the discussion board. Really quickly, I'm going to color this whole entire thing so you see what your project should look like when you are done with class today. All right, so I think I did a pretty good job showing the apple, the word apple, and what it means by you making an illustrated word. Your guys' challenge is to brainstorm 4 examples of your chosen word. If you need help picking a word, go on the Schoology example page under the illustrated word folder, and I have provided a whole bunch of different examples for you. You're going to choose one of them, put them in the middle of your page, and do a similar structure like I did, and make sure you've got 4 different ideas. Choose one and make it full-sized on a new piece of paper. Use any coloring supplies you have, but you're probably going to want to draw in pencil first. All right, guys, happy creating. I can't wait to see your finished product.